to the last video of 2025. Well, it surely was a year, wasn't it? We had up and downs on the world stage, but I'm not qualified enough to speak about that. Really, I am not. But I'm qualified enough to speak about the models I have built this year, the techniques I've used, and a little kit review. All those things not in a particular order, but I will mention it throughout the recap. Little heads up, you see this green tank with a T60 chassis? That's a Takam. That's a Romanian tank destroyer from World War II. And I wanted to build it. I bought it this year, I built it. I wanted to record it, but I don't have the videos, files of it anymore. So this is the first lost media on my channel, basically. You just see it in this picture here and probably never again. So yeah, it's a cool tank. If you want it, I can suggest it, but get some aftermarket tracks. I got aftermarket tracks, I broke a few, but it looks cool the way it is. And this is also why I made this short this year about mixing 4BO, because I had to mix my 4BO for this tank for the first time. I haven't built anything Soviet or anything that has Soviet green. So yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let's talk about the tanks that I've built in January. And the first model of 2025 was the Raffle 1:76 scale Puma. Great kit. It's small, neat, and a Puma. What do you want more? Well, 72nd scale, of course, or 35th scale, but that's fine. I really enjoyed building this kit. I freehandedly painted the camo with my airbrush and did some scratches. Yeah, it's a nice kit. I really enjoyed it. It comes with a little diorama base. Of course, I didn't want to build that. I just wanted to build a quick little Puma, as said at the beginning of the year, I think. And it's great. I just can recommend it. It's a solid 8 out of 10 for a neat little vehicle. And, well, I mean, tabletop is what, 1/56-ish scale. But if you just buy Revel to do tabletop games with it, yeah, I mean, don't care about the scale. Works great for it. Also, you could adjust the wheels a bit, like I did. But yeah, I just would recommend it driving straight. Anyways, it's about €8 in stores when it's on sale. So, well, until Raffle takes it from the shelf, just get one. It's something neat to put around your apartment, and then when people find it, they see a little Puma. Very neat. And the second model in January was the First to Fight Guerrilla Ausführung K, I think it was a K. But wait, let me check right now. Yeah, and it's in production. It was an H. Ah, shit. The Guerrilla Ausführung H in 72nd scale. First to Fight. This is a purely tabletop model in 72nd scale, at least from the tracks. Everything else was kind of great on this tank. And yeah, I did some little experiment with the camouflage. Of course, I forgot the howitzer, but I really love this camouflage. We just ignore the fact that this is like a camouflage for the Waffen SS. We just ignored it. But looking back at how I did it with the, German Grey, Panzergrau, and then on the center above it, I can imagine using this kind of camouflage in a slightly altered way for a 1942 German Panzer IV. Maybe next year, maybe in 2 years, who knows? 5 out of 10. I mean, it's a tabletop tank, but has a great superstructure, great decals, not gonna lie. And yeah, pretty fun build. 5 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend it for beginners, but it's, if you have some experience with 72nd scale models, you can fix it. And now we're in February. First vehicle in February was the SD KFZ 9 from Raffle, the Famo. I remember building this kit as a child or young teenager, and I had fun memories of it. I also bought a 3D detail upset, which didn't really fit the proportions You can still see the gap here on the backside. That's why I highlighted it. I mean, I love such, you know, half tracks or trucks that are loaded with literally anything you could find and have some planes and covers like this one. But let's be honest, guys, if I want to rebuild it, I just do my own stuff. I print my own stuff in the future and then put it on the back of the vehicle. That's the better option. I also put a driver in it. You can see it in the video. Not really proud of how I painted the driver since I, well, advanced in figure painting with new paints in the last months. But yeah, it's great. It was a nostalgia build and not the last nostalgia build this year. And that's why I give it a 6.5 out of 10. In February was the Panther 2 with Rheinmetall turret. I really love this kit. I will build it in the future again, not gonna lie. I will buy it again just for a different camo approach. And it was just a great kit. I loved it. I loved it seeing it on the shelf at my hobby store back in my hometown. Well, not hometown, but my former hometown. And yeah, I just bought it and it's such a great kit. Of course, the red wheel there could have needed a wash or something. It's way too bright since it's the first layer of color that I put on it. But yeah, I really love this kit and what I did with it, especially with the tracks on top of the turrets. I think it's such a neat little thing that you see on Panzer IVs and then I just apply it to a random Panther that doesn't even exist. I mean, the hull existed, but anything else on the turret is pure fabrication. I really love this kit. I will buy it in the future again. I will build it in the future again. This is a solid 8 out of 10. You have PE parts that are tricky, but solid 8 out of 10. In March, I only built one model, which is the Revell Flitzer in 1/72 scale. Another paper model or paper plan turned into a model. I remember seeing it on a different channel and I just wanted to build it because it looks so goofy. Little plane, basically. And yeah, it's a nice build. You don't really have to balance it out. I mean, yes, like 3 or 4 steel BBs are in around the around the pilot seat, but it's great. I did a great job here, not gonna lie, and I used the Revell airbrush Luftwaffe colors for the first time here. And some yellow just to make it more interesting, and I just love the model. It's a plane, 72nd scale, it's still large for 72nd scale fighters, jet fighters, I think. And it's just, it's pure, it's just cool, okay? It's just a cool plane to have sitting around, even though it was never built. It's just cool. And I mean, looking at the picture here again, I can imagine building it with some different decals in the future. Maybe doing a little diorama with them. Like a little 1946 or 45-ish diorama, a what-if diorama. Yeah. 7 out of 10, just because the build phase is a bit annoying with the backtails. But yeah, great kit. And also, if you want to buy it, you have to buy it on eBay. Sorry, still sick. And yeah, you have to buy it on eBay, but it goes for like 15 to 20 bucks, which is okay. Maybe you find it for 10. That's great. Buy it. Just buy it and build it. You won't regret it. At least I didn't. I built the Fokker A3 from famous fighter ace of World War I, Ernst Udet. And oh boy, I used the last of my rigging line here from the Bismarck project. But yeah, it is a nice build. You can basically finish it in a Saturday if you're careful with the paints. And applying all those wires that hold the plane together, it was a challenge, but it was also so fun to build. In retrospective, I wish this kit would exist in 35 scale with a pilot. I think I had a 72nd scale pilot here, but I didn't put it in, so I didn't put good old Ernst in here. This is a This is a 2026 build here, right here. I will build it next year, I promise. I will build it somewhat around the end of the year with a pilot and put it on a flying stand, maybe in a dogfight or something. It was just a great plane. It's a 72nd scale, which was back when it was still on the shelves. I remember having it as a kid as well with my mother. It was like €6. My mother was like, "Do you really want that?" Looks like it doesn't have anything to it, but such a great bit. The decals were horror, but such a great bit. 10 out of 10. Just 10 out of 10 kit. And that's not only the nostalgia speaking here. In May, well, the 1st of May actually, I have built this neat little T72 without 4BO. I just painted it olive with post shading, but that's nothing to worry about. Yeah, East German T72 M1. Ravel actually released it last year, I think. Yeah, last year or this year. And I had the older one in stash and just wanted to build something that's a bit more modern. Yeah, T72. And yeah, it's a great kit. I will check out the re-release. I think it's just a rebox with the same tooling. And we'll build it probably again with the right smoke grenade attachment. I know someone commented under the video that I completely misplaced the smoke grenade launchers. Even though I exactly didn't like the instruction set, but yeah. Yeah, probably will return in the future. And then with 4BO and stuff, and then I just compare the techniques. Yeah, rating 7 out of 10, I would say. Great kit, even for beginners, since the only small parts are around the turret, and you can leave the turret disconnected until you've painted the entire thing, and then just put it on. The second video in May is my 100 subscriber special. I just have to say thank you guys again for subscribing and watching the stuff I post here in my free time. I mean, I'm just an amateur model builder with the intelligence of an average adult making average videos on here, so yeah. Still, thank you guys. And if you haven't seen the original video, why are the bombers blue? Just because they stick out from the carrier. I mean, we talk 1 to 1200 scale here, and we have the blue ocean, 2 gray carriers, and then I just wanted something to stick out on the Hornet, because if the bombers would have been light gray or so, you would easily miss them in this scale by just looking from top down. At least I do. And that's why I painted them blue. I know it's unhistoric, but who said you can't have some artistic freedom on your dioramas? I also, well, managed to get the ocean color right this time, not with the Gneisenau video, where I did a Caribbean Ocean in like, I don't know, the northeastern Atlantic. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, 8 out of 10 for the diorama. 8 out of 10. Just because I experimented a bit and I did use quite the amount of aluminium foil. And the first model in June was this little Albatross. This time with a pilot and with a bit more consideration taken into it. It's also in 72nd scale. And as you can see, I had a little oopsie whoopsie there with the camo. The top wing has the correct camo, and on the bottom wing, I left the left part completely out. This because I didn't think this build through. I really didn't. And I kind of was intoxicated during this build. And yeah. Not my brightest idea. Let's just say it like that. It is a fun little kit. I think Ravel has it in 48 scale as well, so maybe I bid it in 48 scale. Then I can actually do the painting a bit better. And I mean, the gray stripes, you can still see it, like, even from this angle, that they are hand painted. I think I masked them off, but I hand painted them, and I don't have 1mm thick masking tape. So yeah, maybe in the future I have some, and it's still a solid kit. I just wanted to build another World War I plane after I built the Fokker, and yeah, it was a great kit, and it also marked the halfway step for the moderns this year. 7 out of 10. The last model in June was the little Luftwaffe truck here from Academy in 72nd scale. Yeah, I ranted about this kit, especially on the, well, cargo area, those planks, and yeah. Fun fact, a friend of mine actually is building something similar right now. He is restoring an old truck to a Luftwaffe truck. And he's about 85% finished right now. And when he's finished, I'm the one who's bringing the the number plates. So the historic ones, of course, reproductions. And then we are going to have a nice little drive with it. Maybe I'll show it in a video or something. Or anything. I actually helped him painting the truck, at least a few parts, and well, I'm now the one who has to pay $100 for reproduction number plates. Yeah. Hopefully I'm allowed to sit in the driver's seat and drive it for, well, short duration. Hopefully. But yeah, I love this kit from Academy. It's solid. It's a 9 out of 10 basically. Just the cargo area has to be rebuilt. So if anyone buys it, don't build it like I did here. Like the instructions tell you, just scratch build some 2 planks for the backside and just make it your own version. I believe this is only because for the bomb crates and stuff, but just scratch build the back your own and make it look better. The July came around and it was my birthday, and a friend of mine, member of my British reenactment group, gifted me a British infantry set from Tamiya. Funny enough, I had it as well before, but then he gifted it to me and I was like, okay, you know what, you have a spare set laying somewhere in your big wardrobe that has been reclaimed as a model kit storage unit. So I thought, why not bidding 2 of them, put them on a little Warhammer plate and just experiment around. And well, yeah, I mean the grass here is too green, I need some different grass, but they turned out great. I tried some new techniques like glazing. I'm still not good at it, I still have to learn how to glaze, but yeah, it's 2 chaps over here on patrol, one with his trusty Anfield and the other one with his trusty Bren LMG. And yeah, the helmets also have the wrong color, but I bought the right color now. And just a heads up, since I'm also doing British reenactment, helmets don't need to be 100% matte. They can shine a bit. Maybe next year I will do a video about my reenactment equipment and stuff, and then I show you my helmet. It's original from 1941 and it's shiny in the sun. I mean, it's a metal helmet with some paint over it. Of course, it's not 100% matte, but yeah, it's something great. I love building these figures. I mean, they are a bit aged right now from Tamiya, but yeah, who cares about it? I mean, if you want some figures, you buy Tamiya or Dragon. Or if you have the money, you buy some Alpine, like 1 figure for 40 euros. I don't really want to do that, but maybe in the future I'm forced to. Anyways, those are great figures. 8 out of 10, basically. And I have only built 2, and I will build more next year, and maybe in a diorama with a Churchill or something. Who knows? In August, I had literally nothing better to do than building a 1-700 scale ship with photo etched parts. Well, at least railings. And yeah, I decided on a Peter Trump kit, which is alright. It was his USS South Dakota, and the camo just blew me away. This dark bluish camo all on top of the ship. Yeah. I mean, later this year I built another 1-720 scale US ship, but yeah, this clearly was something. I have to say I love those 1-700 scale ships from Peter Trump, and yeah, I sadly lost one AA gun during the build. I don't know where it is. I just sacrificed it to the model gods to allow me to keep my sanity during the PE pods. Anyways, yeah, solid 9 out of 10 for the ship. I mean, if you just build it straight out of the box, it still looks great. And you don't have to make it dark blue. You can give it a different color. I just went with what the instructions told me. For the first time this year, basically. And yeah, I really loved it, and I will build more ships in the future. Not only from Peter Trump, but from other companies. And a little hint, they will also be ships that were planned and only the guts of existed, because the build was cancelled. And in September, I built 2 moddeds. The first one was this little neat 1/35 scale Kugelblitz from Dragon. It is a smart kit. I really enjoyed building it. I used some AK masking putty for the camouflage here. And overall, a great kit. Yes, I fucked up the turret, but that's a story for the video. Watch it. Go watch the video. I dare you. Watch it. Anyways, great kit. 10 out of 10. And the second one was this 1/144 scale Type 21 from Rebel. Rebox from an older kit. I don't mind that, to be honest. It also exists with a complete interior. I have that in my stash as well. Maybe build it again in the future, who knows. And I have to say here, except for the railings that I had to do myself, it's a pretty straightforward kit. Not very large amount of parts. And yeah, great weekend build. But for the railings that I had to build myself, I just give it a 6 out of 10. In October, I only built the 1/72 scale 0 from Rebel. It is a 95-ish tooling. And it's a great kit, not gonna lie. It's a straight up 8 out of 10 here. We had some nice details that I've been working around with some decal soft to make them visible under the decals. And yeah, it is a great kit. I bought 2 of them. One is still in the stash, and maybe I will buy some aftermarket decals for the other one, so I can have 2 zeros on my shelf. But who knows? Yeah. Anyways, it's a great kit, and 7 euros for 2 planes in 72nd scale. I take it. And in November, I only built a diorama, which is the KV-202-2. And yes, this is the old picture from the video with the German N instead of the Russian I. And I already corrected it, okay? Next year there's another KV planned, and I will show you the corrected version. But yeah, this was a neat little build. It was very annoying with the tracks, so never ever PST again. I mean, it's a cool looking tank here on the diorama, but 4 out of 10. You know what? 2 out of 10. Just because it's PST. And the last model is the USS Arizona from Rebel. 1962, 63-ish tooling, basically. And yeah, this kit is in 1/720 scale. So 1/720 is not really great, but it's something some model companies do. I mean, the other day I saw a Bismarck in 1/618. Like, what is 1/618 for a scale? Who's actually building in a scale? I mean, some people already authorized this kit wouldn't be on the market, but yeah. Anyways, this year was 8 out of 10. Purely because of the nostalgia. I had fitting errors, I had nothing better to do than hold pieces together and watching YouTube videos or something. But yeah, as I said in the video before, Arizona video, if you have a kit from your childhood or something that you really want to build again, just search it up, buy it for a reasonable price, and just build it. It's not as good as you remember it, but hey, nostalgia, I'll take it any day. And with that being said, this was my recap of 2025. 18 models built and 17 videos made, which is a great number. And at this point, I have to say thank you guys. Thank you for sticking around, for watching the videos, for sharing, commenting, liking, whatever you do. I'm very thankful. Also, special thanks to Daniel from Simple History. You told me to make the channel, Daniel, and I'm very thankful that I did. I have a nice little community here. People around the world watching my videos, my silly models, and it makes me happy, basically. Also, I have to say here, in July I actually didn't upload something. In July was the funeral of a close family member from my side, and that's why I uploaded the British in August. I said July earlier in this video, yes, I released it here in post-production, but yeah, it was actually in August. And yeah, in July was this funeral, and this death hit me very hard. That's why there were no videos. And now, what can you expect in 2026 from me? Basically, more models, more ships, and more dioramas. I am thinking about a 1 to 350 scale ship again, or 450 scale. I'm not really sure yet, I'm very undecided. But 700 scale obviously will come next year. And maybe some reenactment videos. I know there are often reenactment channels on YouTube here that are more qualified than I am, but yeah, who knows. I will hope that I can give some qualified rants about some topics. But yeah, the year's coming to an end. Now we have a few hours left of it, and I hope you're having a nice celebration on this New Year's Eve. And in Germany we say Guten Rutsch, which means good slide. And I hope you have a very good slide into 2026. With that being said, I will see you next year. And until then, bye bye.